Hello, everybody. What is up? Welcome back. I hope you guys are all staying safe and taking care of yourselves. Before we jump on into your next relationship is going to surprise you tarot reading. This is your reminder that tarot is a divination tool. It's an intuitive practice, so please take what resonates, leave what does not resonate behind. There's nuance to every conversation. I am bound by time. I can't go over every little single thing, so please do also keep that in mind throughout the conversations today. With that being said, everybody, again, welcome to Your Next Relationship is Going to Surprise You. We're covering the surprises, obviously, of your next relationship. With that, we have group number 1 with the lovers, group 2 with this hand reaching out for the moon, group 2 with a vampire coming out of her coffin, and group number 3 with this little ghost holding a birthday cake. If you need a moment to meditate on which pile is calling your name, you guys are free to do that right now. And if you would like to pick more than one, I would suggest that you refrain from doing so. But at the end of the day, free will, do as you please. Once you do pick out your pile, you guys, the description box is where you will find your timestamps. And with that, everybody, I will just see you in your reading. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to your guys' reading. We are going to go ahead and start off with our zodiac days. We have Scorpio. We also have Leo. Hello, Scorpio. Hello, Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising. Cancer and Scorpio. Virgo and Sagittarius. Capricorn and Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, everybody. If your sign didn't pop up, I promise that is okay. The dice are extra. It's dessert. So if your sign didn't pop up, no harm, no foul. The main course is the tarot cards. As always, if you guys do want a personal reading, I only restock those on the 1st of every month. So please look out for those on the 1st in the link in my description box to my Etsy shop. With that, can we please get what is going to surprise them about this next relationship? Oh, dang. Okay, guys. Sorry, I have to cover that. I know it's annoying. I don't agree with it. It annoys me. I'm sorry if it annoys you. Okay. So, what is going to surprise you about your next relationship? Number 1, we have justice. So that's Libra energy, you guys. Justice is indicating that there's fairness here in this relationship. Justice is indicating that this is a balanced relationship. So for some of you, and this is not going to resonate with all of you, I'm very aware of that, but for some of you, you have been in relationships where you felt like you were the one who cared more, or you were the one who fought for the relationship or put in more effort into the relationship versus the other person. And I feel like in this next relationship, you are finally experiencing a partner who feels balanced, a partner who wants to fight for the relationship, put love and energy into the relationship as much as you do. I'm also reading this justice as like feeling very balanced isn't the right word, but feeling very harmonious with this person. The reason why balance doesn't feel like the right word is because sometimes, right, when we're talking about balance, people interpret that as like 50-50, or people interpret that as something being split down the middle evenly. And balance does not always mean, or doesn't always equal the same amount, right? Or a 50-50 split. Balance is, right, sometimes I'm at 60 and you're showing up as a 40. Sometimes I'm at 70 and you're showing up as a 30, or vice versa, right? So I feel like there is harmony within the dynamic between the two of you, and I think that is surprising within itself. Okay, the Hanged Man. Now, usually I don't see the Hanged Man as something that is particularly positive, but for you, I do read this as something that is a positive in this relationship. I do believe that you guys are going to get into a routine with this person. You're going to get very comfortable with this person. I would be surprised if this was a short-term relationship. This is giving very long-term. I want to get a little bit more information on that. What is confirmation for... That is an overflow of emotion. The Ace of Cups talks about our emotions being heightened and feeling and experiencing our emotions in a very heightened way. So I believe the reason why you two are so attached to each other is based on the emotional connection that you are developing, that you are growing as you two continue to get to know each other and continue to date. The Seven of Pentacles, this is hard work and effort. So like I was saying with Justice, I believe that you both are putting in the same amount of work in the relationship. You both are showing up. You're both choosing to work at the connection. And I hate painting relationships like that because I think it sounds tiresome, right? It sounds like, oh, I have to work at a relationship. It should be easy. It should be this. It should be that. I believe, you guys, the reality of a long-term relationship is all of us have free will. You have to choose to stay with the person that you have chosen, right? You have to choose to work at it. You have to choose to put energy and effort into it. Like a garden or like a flower. If you stop watering your flower, it's going to die. And when we talk about putting work into relationships, what we are talking about is very basic maintenance that everything in our lives need, right? If we stop putting energy and effort into our home, it's going to fall into disarray and it's going to become a mess. It's going to become unlivable. So I want you to look at, when I'm speaking about working on relationships, putting effort in, I want you to look at it as a garden. I want you to look at it as your home. I want you to look at it as everything that is important to you is going to require basic tending to, basic nurturing, basic effort, right? So Seven of Pentacles, I believe, again, this is something that's very balanced. You both are willing to show up and to put the energy and effort that is required to keep this relationship solid and healthy. The Lovers, this is two people who love each other very much, choosing each other, choosing to be together. This is a choice. Yes, it can represent soulmates and it can represent this like untangible feeling or desire to be with this person, but more than anything, the Lovers is representing what we are choosing, and we are choosing each other. For a lot of you, this is a person that you have manifested. When you meet them, there may be this feeling of like, oh my God, this is crazy. I didn't think that I was going to meet you, or I didn't think that this was going to happen. You have put a lot of energy behind and a lot of thought behind what you want and what you need in a partner. And if you have not, I want to suggest that you have a good idea about what you want. And when I say that, you guys, I am not typically talking about physical attributes. Yes, I think physical attraction is important, especially initially in a relationship. However, I want you to really focus and put a lot of energy into thinking about the type of partner that you need, the type of partner that you want, the type of partner that you can grow with, okay? The Three of Wands talks about growth. The Three of Wands talks about perceiving or looking at our horizon, looking at our future, and wanting to grow, wanting to expand, having the desire to evolve. So when I see that, I see this as a relationship where you both, again, are looking at your lives and you're saying, okay, like, let's do this together. Let's aim for the goal of buying a home together, getting married, having children, growing old together, traveling the world, starting a company together, or starting this together. This is talking about the growth and expansion that you two are planning to do with each other. And I believe that there will be surprising elements to like what it is you both want to grow together. Again, whether that is like, oh, we want to have a family together, or oh, we want to travel to every continent on the world or every country. That could be something that is surprising. Okay. Your next relationship is going to surprise you. In what way? Your next relationship is going to surprise you. I like that there's a little bit of mystery here. I think that that makes things fun. I think that that makes it more alluring, more exciting, right? So when I see the Black Moon Lilith, a few things come up. Number one, there's automatically a little bit of like sensual energy that shows up. This is also referencing parts of ourselves that society has rejected. So what I can take from this, what would be surprising, is something that your next relationship, your partner in your next relationship hates about themselves, or something that society has told them is not okay, is something that you find really beautiful or something that you find really attractive. It's going to also, again, be vice versa. There's something that society has told you that isn't okay or that isn't acceptable, and your future partner, your future boyfriend or girlfriend, husband or wife, is looking at that aspect or that quality that you possess as something that's really attractive or something that's really beautiful. We have Capricorn. I can't help it, you guys, I am a little biased towards the earth signs as somebody who is primarily water. I love me an earth sign, and when I see Capricorn show up, what I see is maturity and stability. And yes, like, we are going to have to work hard on this relationship. There are going to be times where things perhaps get difficult. Our communication may stall. We may have to work a little extra harder to connect with each other. But ultimately, this is stable. Ultimately, this is something that has the ability to stand the test of time. And again, this is definitely representing a mature nature in the relationship. I'm also somebody who has Mercury in the first house. I am a sucker for Mercury. I love Mercury energy. This is intelligence. This is learning. This is our mind, right? So when I see this, it brings me a lot of hope, because I believe people who connect mentally, internally, are people who can have like long-lasting, happy relationships, versus people who just connect on a physical level. Those tend to be a little bit more fleeting. Those tend to be a little more short-term, right? So seeing Mercury here, I believe you will be surprised at how you both connect to each other mentally, how you both feel similar on an internal level. The way that you think, the way that you speak, the way that you learn may be very similar to this person. And we have the South Node. This is life stats. What is interesting to me is our South Node represents what we are, right? Yes, meant to let go of, what we are destined to release. You two may have the same South Node. You two may also share certain lessons in life that you both have had to go through, that you both have had to learn. Okay. What is going to surprise group number 1 about your next partner? We have a combination of tension and flow with the sextile. This is a combination of tension and flow, potential, and a rewarding situation. So I don't think that this is going to be all easy, guys. And if you're looking for an easy relationship, perhaps this is not the pile for you, or perhaps this is a pile that you can revisit later in the future. But this is not a sunshine and rainbows type of relationship. This relationship is mature. This relationship is deeper than surface level. And I always like to remind you guys that humans are imperfect. We are all flawed. We all have flaws. So I would expect nothing less from, right, this relationship. I believe the way that you both choose to handle each other's flaws, and the way you both choose to handle disagreements and confrontation and difficult times in your relationship is actually like the most beautiful thing about your relationship. Because again, there is a choice here. There is an understanding that we are not perfect, and that we both make mistakes, and that we both are flawed. And there is a desire to choose each other despite that. There is a desire to learn from our mistakes, to learn how to communicate better, to learn how to perhaps communicate softer and in a way that is more easily received, right? So I do believe that there's, yes, tension in this relationship, but there's also a tremendous amount of flow. The 8th house, this is transformation, karma, facing fears, and legacy. When I see legacy, it automatically takes me to the idea of you and this person sharing a child together. It also, right, we have transformation. I can't ignore the fact that this is going to be a very transformative relationship, which would tell me that you and this person are spending a significant amount of time together. And then Yang, this is productivity, expression, doing, and forward motion. So I don't think this is going to be a dull relationship. You two do have a very solid routine. You two do have a very solid, or will have a very solid home life. But I think that there is still a lot of fun, a lot of passion, a lot of excitement that you both are bringing into the relationship. And I do believe that this is very much a relationship that will continue to propel forward, continue to advance. If you guys want me to read the zodiac signs on that, that is Aries, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. Can I please get one more card? What is going to be surprising? Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. Perhaps this relationship is teaching you or helping you expand your idea or your thoughts around resentment, or your perception around your own emotional experience. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. So I would read that as you will be surprised at how many memories you are creating with this person, and how valuable and how important those memories will become. We have two more. Time. You're trying too hard. Give it time. And then a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. I wouldn't be surprised, you guys, if this is a soul connection. To me, this doesn't feel frivolous. This feels very intentional and deep. This feels like a very mature connection that is appearing here. And again, yes, the Black Moon Lilith tells me that there is at least a little bit of that physical or adult attraction. But I don't think that's the foundation of this connection at all. I think the foundation of this connection is our minds. And is our willingness and desire to meet each other halfway, or our willingness and desire to be like team partners. Okay. What is going to surprise group number one about their next relationship? What is going to surprise group number one? Pulling these felt very sensual, you guys. So again, I'm very much convinced that there is a significant amount of sensual energy here between the two of you. We have big eyes. You may be surprised by their big eyes. We have clean cut, average body build, freckles, a reunion. That is not for everybody. That is definitely for some of you, and that may be the surprising factor. We have A. We have E. I love you, I love you, I love you. We have age 28. I loved you from the moment we met. Let's get a few more. We'll pull from the goblet this time. Hard work is paying off. Again, you guys, this is not a relationship that is without work. This is a relationship that you both will be putting a lot of effort into. We have Toronto. Toronto may end up being a special place for you guys, as far as, I don't know if it's like a vacation spot for you, if any of you are living in Toronto. We have 8, or the 8th. We have September, and we have glasses. So I'm also, you guys, reading the glasses as yes, this person may have glasses, but it's also possible that within this relationship, we are seeing things more clearly, or our vision is being repaired through this relationship. Our perception on the world or on love may be clearing through this relationship. So that is what I have for you guys, group number one. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you. I do hope that it was helpful. I am sending you guys oodles and boodles of love. Please do enjoy the rest of your day. And that is all I've got. So, bye. Group two. So I cut the reading because I was getting very uncomfortable with the energy that was showing up. I don't like talking about negative things. I don't like giving negative readings. I don't feel like it is fair or responsible to, right, like only give you guys like happy, joyous readings. So I want to say screw this person and screw this relationship. We are completely relinquishing this connection. I want to see about your next happy relationship. This is going to be a short reading, you guys. But I wanted to give you guys something positive because I understand what it's like to be in a relationship where you believe that something is one way and then it turns out it's completely different. And I don't want to harbor in that energy. I am wishing you guys all the best of luck. And my obvious preference would be that you guys can just completely avoid that relationship and that person. So, and I did go ahead and cleanse the space before we restarted. So can I please get a message for group 2 about their next happy, healthy relationship? Can we get details? I like what I'm seeing so far. We have the Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, the Four of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. I also want to say this, you guys. For some of you, it's possible that that previous person has already entered and left your life. Again, I just didn't want to focus on it too much. But we have the Queen of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Hierophant, Wheel of Fortune. So what I would say with this Queen of Cups is that this person after this last person is going to be somebody who is very loving and nurturing. They have a very soft and gentle spirit or nature about them. I would say that this is somebody who is typically a really good judge of character, and someone who's a little bit more sensitive. Their heart is a little bit more open. They have a tendency to experience or feel their emotions a bit easier. The Nine of Pentacles represents value, so I would assign this person as somebody who is very valuable or somebody who brings a lot of value into your life. The Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is talking about an offer that we don't know if we want to take. Now, if you have already experienced, again, the reading that we were just doing, if you've already experienced that, or if you eventually experience that, even though we are rebuking that energy and trying to avoid it, it would make sense that you would enter your next relationship or your next romantic connection with a bit of hesitancy. So the Four of Cups is not surprising to me because this is talking about hesitancy and not really jumping on the first offer that comes our way. So I think what you will be surprised about with this healthy relationship is the fact that this person is very consistent, or that they leave the offer open. They leave room for you to make your own decision when it comes to engaging with them or not engaging with them. The Hierophant is stability. The Hierophant is a more traditional path or a more traditional option. He's also representing religion and structure, contracts. Sometimes this can represent marriage, right? Someone that we're going to marry. So when I see the Hierophant show up, it does make me feel more so confident that the person that we are discussing in this reading is somebody who is going to offer marriage to you, or you both talk about eventually getting married, building a life together, having a very stable life or a very stable relationship that would be long term. The Wheel of Fortune, and again, this is not surprising to me that this is here with the last reading in mind. The Wheel of Fortune is talking about our fate changing and things feeling better and things feeling like, okay, it's my turn. It's finally my turn to experience the sun. It's finally my turn to experience happiness. The Wheel of Fortune is karma, and karma is not good or bad, you guys. Karma can be both. And I believe for you guys, because of the last reading, that this is representing good karma. All right. Group number 2's next healthy, happy relationship. What is going to surprise them? What is going to surprise them? What is going to... I think something flipped. Yeah. So we have wait. The timing is not quite right. I appreciate that that is here, telling us that the timing is not quite right, telling us that like this person isn't entering our life immediately. We have interference and external parties intruding on this relationship. Again, guys, what I want to say about the interference, I believe, again, that is connected to the last reading that we just did. Do your best. Do your very best just to avoid that person, that relationship. I think that will make this relationship a lot easier to find, a lot easier to enter into. We have acceptance. Everything happens for a reason. So again, I'm sorry I keep talking about myself so much, you guys, but in my personal experience, I know that I've been able to look back on, again, relationships that were very similar to the last and be so thankful. Like, oh my God, I'm so happy I experienced that. It made me wiser. It made me smarter. It made me better at picking better men. And it put me in a position to now be with the partner that I have now, who is so sweet, so kind, very trustworthy, and somebody that I love very much. So, and I wouldn't change anything. I would go through every awful thing that I had to experience to find this person again. They would make it 100% worth it. And a part of finding this person was going through that previous awful relationship. So everything happens for a reason, and I do think that there's peace in that. I do think that there's comfort in that, knowing that bad things happen sometimes, or people are shitty sometimes, and it sucks and it's awful. But at the end of the day, like, things happen for a reason, and we're taking value from those situations. And then we have marriage. This relationship is moving towards sacred union, which, going on with the Hierophant here, the Hierophant is representing, again, stability, and traditionally it's representing marriage, right? Going to a chapel, getting married, being officiated by a priest. Finances, financial challenges are affecting this connection. That could indicate somebody who has long work hours. That could also indicate your work lives being intertwined. Can I have a message for forgiveness? I think that this relationship, this person is going to help you forgive the past, or forgive yourself. We also have intimacy here. This feels like a very safe, very, very safe relationship. This person feels very safe, very comforting, and not in a way where they're trying to, like, it's like, oh, I want you to trust me so that I can be in your life. It's like this person just wants you to feel calm. This person just wants you to feel happy. Like, they are happy through you being happy. And I don't believe there's an ulterior motive here. It feels very genuine. And we have connection. So being with this person feels like being on an island and listening to beautiful music and having cute, fun, flirty little drinks and love letters and tropic flowers surrounding us, right? Like, it feels connected. It feels intentional. It feels like you two have found each other, and there is just this bliss, this happiness that is surrounding both of you. I do want to get a timeline of when you can expect this person. Obviously, again, I'm assuming that this is not this next relationship, but the relationship after, unless you have already experienced that previous relationship that we spoke about. It's time to let go. For those of you who have already experienced this other person, this healthy relationship could be already, like, ready for you and waiting for you. It may just be a matter of being able to let go a little bit more of what has already happened. Sometime in the future. Okay, I won't push the cards too much on this, guys. Thank you so much, group number 2, for allowing me to do this reading for you. I'm sorry it was so bumpy, and I'm sorry that I abruptly stopped the reading. I really don't find any benefit in harping on negative connections. I understand that people not only don't want to hear those, but also it just is heavy and it kind of brings you down. So congratulations to those of you who've already passed that relationship and left that relationship behind. There are better days ahead. There is love in your future. There is marriage in your future. And I am really excited for you. And for those of you who have yet to meet that person that we were talking about initially, I want you to know that you are powerful. You can rebuke that person, rebuke that relationship, and avoid that situation altogether. And I wish that for all of you. So thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I really do appreciate it. I am sending you guys oodles and boodles of love. Please do enjoy the rest of your day. And that is all I've got. So bye. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your guys' reading. We are going to go ahead and start off with our zodiac dice. We have Cancer. Just Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. And we have just Taurus. I don't know why that's making me laugh so much, guys. It just feels kind of silly. Can I please get... We have Sagittarius and Pisces. We have Sagittarius and Aquarius. Okay, so Sagittarius, Pisces, Aquarius, Cancer, and Taurus. Hello, welcome to your reading. If your zodiac sign did not pop up, that's completely okay. The dice are extra. It's dessert. Keep that in mind. There are also many zodiac signs, you guys, that pop up throughout the reading. So, yeah. And as always, if you guys do want a personal reading, I restock those on the 1st of every month. The link to that is in my description box to my Etsy shop. So... Can I please... Okay, what are you? Okay. Oh, and I love that the 2 of Cups is here. So with the 8 of Swords, you guys, typically this is not a card that I read as positive. When we're talking about a relationship, when we're talking about what is going to surprise you about your next relationship, I read that as like, I'm tied down. I am committed. I'm not going anywhere. So you may be surprised at how committed or how dedicated your next partner is going to be in your relationship, or how, again, tied down they are to the commitment they've made to you and the commitment they've made to the relationship itself. So I actually like that the 8 of Swords is here. Can I... This person may remind you of someone from your past. And when I say that, I do think oftentimes people go, oh, like, I don't want an ex, or I don't want somebody who reminds me of my exes. That's not necessarily what this card is representing. Yes, it could represent that. However, in many cases, this is just representing a person that feels familiar, or a person who aesthetically fits like what you were interested in at a younger or a earlier age. I've talked about this a few different times. My first crush ever in my life was Daniel Radcliffe. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, and little 8-year-old me was very enamored with him. And I genuinely do feel like every man I have dated seriously looks a little bit like Daniel Radcliffe, which is a little bit weird, and that's not intentional, but that could be, right? Like someone who looks like someone that at a younger age or at an earlier age, you were like, that's my type, or that is what I am into. So when I see the 6 of Cups, it just takes us back to the past in some way, shape, or form. There's a connection here to the past that may surprise you. Could even be like this person used to live in your old neighborhood, or they went to your high school, or they went to your university and you had no idea, or you guys crossed paths and you didn't know, or you were surprised by that once you discover that you guys have been in the same vicinity. Can I get a message for group number... So there is a male energy here and there's a female energy. The male energy is very stern. He is quite grounded. He's somebody who is a hard worker and is good with money. He may have a lot of money, he may not, but with the money that he does have, he is very good, or he uses it wisely, or he saves it wisely. This is typically going to be a man who is very responsible. This is typically going to be a man who is very grounded and reliable. This also is representing Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo energy. We have the Knight of Pentacles here. The Knight of Pentacles is also typically a man, but this is more so just representing an energy in general. This is going down a path and making small progress or making small wins, but eventually reaching our goals. This is consistency. This is stability. This is a willingness to like take the long road if it means that we are going to be successful. And then the female energy that's here is the Queen of Swords, and she's representing independence. She's representing knowledge. So somebody who's very intelligent, somebody who is quite strong in who it is that she feels or believes that she is. This is also somebody who is not necessarily in need or desperate to be with somebody or desperate to experience connection, right? Like she wants people around her, she wants love, but she's not willing to do that at the expense of feeling lied to or feeling deceived or disrespected. So there is that. And all right. You are going to be surprised at how emotionally fulfilled you are by this relationship. You may be surprised at the things that you want or desire through this relationship. Maybe you're someone who's like, I've never wanted kids or I've never wanted to get married. And then finding this person changes your mind, or finding this person opens you up to the idea or the possibility of marriage or the possibility of children, right? Doesn't need to be the case, you guys. We can use other examples, again, nuance. Just to quickly go over the Queen of Swords, this is Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius energy as well. So can I please get, we have the World. This is talking about wrapping up cycles. Can I please, yeah. Okay. For a lot of you, I think this is going to be someone that you either marry or you're having a very long-term substantial relationship with. If you guys, so sorry. If you guys don't believe in marriage, I would assume that this is talking about you guys living together, essentially living as a married couple, perhaps just not with the proper filings and all of that. So I love that. I also believe this is a relationship that like the people in your life are happy about. The people in your life are like celebrating the love that you have with this person, and they're excited for you and they're happy for you and they feel genuine joy about you finding this person. So I love that. Let's go ahead and get some astrology cards. Can I So the initial message that popped up when I see Cancer and Sagittarius is I feel like even when you are not home, when you are with this person, you feel at home. You could be in a completely different country from where you live, and as long as you are with this individual, you feel at home, you feel safe, you feel comforted. I do believe you guys are going to have a very beautiful love life, a very beautiful home life with this person. I feel like your home is going to be your sanctuary, your safe space. You both feel very connected to the home. I also believe there is this deep desire to experience new things or to see new things with each other, especially with the World here. Like I said, the World does represent wrapping up cycles, closing out chapters, but ultimately, right, we can zoom out. The World is the World, and Sagittarius represents travel, seeking new experiences, trying new things, having fun, being adventurous. So you may be surprised at how much you come out of your shell with with this person. You might be surprised at how much you have a desire to experience new things with this person. We have the North Node. This is life purpose. I feel like a lot of you have doubts on if this person exists. I feel like a lot of you have this like fear of I'm never going to find them, or this fear of, like I am asking for too much, or I am never going to find someone who fits all the things that I need or desire. And I do believe you are going to be very surprised at how much this person fits into your life and how much this person fits into what you have envisioned for yourself. You will be surprised at how much they have changed your life as well. The solar eclipse is a revolution. This is a positive change. And You will be surprised at how much you desire this person or how much passion this relationship is capable of holding. I also am seeing this, you guys, as something that is more of a long-term passion, especially with, right, we have the wands, we have earth. It feels like a stable relationship that's capable of continuing on as far as beyond the honeymoon stage, right? Being able to experience passion and excitement with each other beyond the initial courtship. Okay. What is going to surprise group number 3? We have passion here again with the 5th house. This is passion, play, children, confidence, and creativity. Being with this person could elevate your confidence. Being with this person could increase your own feelings of like self-love and self-worth. Not that this person is giving you, right, like self-love or self-worth, but I believe that in this relationship, you naturally are falling into a role of feeling more confident in who it is that you are. Again, the fact that we have children here, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys decided that you do want to have children with this person, or you do want to have a family with this person. Again, you are very surprised by the passion and by the adventure that you will be experiencing with this individual. We have trine. This is angelic support, harmony, and a perfect flow. You guys feel very similar. Like who you are and who this other person is, you guys feel like the same person to me. There's not much of a difference other than the surface level. I feel like what you guys do professionally is very, very different. One of you feels more earthy and practical and perhaps a little bit more serious as far as the career. And the other one feels more fun and creative and a little silly and, yes, capable of being serious, but also like it feels like one person brings the romance, the whimsy, the silliness, and the other person brings the groundedness, the stability. And we have water. This is spirituality. This is emotion, intuition, compassion. Obviously, this is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So having all of this show up, you guys, all in all, like I think you are going to be surprised at how perfectly this person fits into your life and how perfectly they fit your idea of what you wanted in a relationship. I also think in the same breath, you are going to be surprised at how much they change your life and how much they push you to explore and to see new things and to experience new things. Yes, like we have this groundedness and this connection of the home, but it feels like in being in this relationship, we are opening ourselves up to so much more. Okay. We are going to get just a few more. I think we'll go ahead and move on over to the satchel. What is group number 3 going to be surprised about in regards to their next relationship? That's quite a lot. Okay. Loving, trusting, and happy. I think that's really where the surprise is. Like you are surprised at how loving, trusting, and happy the relationship is. It feels again like, oh, relationships like that don't exist, or this is too good to be true. And it's like, no, like your relationship is all of these things. We have light hair and dark hair. It may be that physically you guys look very different, but again, spiritually, internally, you guys, I feel, are very much the same. We have 6'2". You are the most beautiful soul. You have a trendy aesthetic. You like them for their personality, which makes sense because I think their personality is very similar to your own. We have a deep voice. We have a straight nose. Calling and texting, you might be surprised at their communication skills and how often they choose to call and text and check in. We have rosy cheeks. We have brown eyes. Big eyes. You've met me in your dreams. Going back to that 6 of Cups, it's very possible that you guys have previously envisioned or dreamed of this person before, and perhaps upon meeting them again, there's this sense of like, oh, I feel like I've seen you, or I feel like I've been around your energy before, which sounds so woo-woo and weird, but being around a similar energy or being around an energy that feels very familiar to this individual. Someone you know is going to introduce you. So that may be the surprising aspect, is the fact that someone that you know is introducing you to this person. We have India. Hello to everybody in India. Love you guys so much. We have Gemini. We have in your country. So for the vast majority of you, this person is going to be in your country or from your country. We have big feet and a polished appearance. So group number 3, that is everything I have for you guys. I do hope that this message was helpful. All in all, I think the most surprising aspect of this for you is how good and how happy this relationship is, and how stable this relationship is, how harmonious it is. So yay to you, group 3. You guys win. I'm excited for you. I'm sending you guys so much love. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. And that is all I've got. So bye. Hello to my final group number 4. Welcome to your guys' reading. We are going to start off with our zodiac dice. We have Aquarius and we also have Pisces. Hello Aquarius, hello Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Libra and Aries, Capricorn and Virgo. And let's do one more. Pisces again. Sun, Moon, Rising, everybody. If your sign did not pop up, that's completely okay. The dice are extra. It's dessert. If you are seeking a personal reading, you guys, I only restock those on the 1st of every month. You can check out my description box, which will link you to my Etsy shop. Can I please get a message for group number 4? What is going to surprise group 4 about their next relationship? What's going to surprise group number 4 about their next relationship? Do you guys know when people go like, he is exactly where he wants to be, after saying something crazy about how his wife treats him or how his girlfriend is doing this or doing that, and it's like he's exactly where he wants to be? That is quite literally the energy that I'm getting from the 9 of Cups and the Devil. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, essentially the Devil talks about a toxic connection or a very intense connection that we have a hard time letting go of. Now, right, inherently this is going to be a little bit problematic at times, but I think that we're happy about it. I think that we are happy. So I'm assuming that the Devil is representing something that is not egregiously toxic or egregiously unstable. I do see this as a little bit of spice, though. There's a little bit of spice in this relationship, perhaps a little bit of back and forth banter, but it's like we're exactly where we want to be. We're happy, we're satisfied, we're content in this connection. I also believe on a moral level, you and your next partner are going to be very much on the same page as far as your belief system. That could be your religion, that could be your spirituality, that could also be your political affiliations. So that is that. And then the 2 of Swords. This is like, I don't know which way I want to go. I don't know what I want to do. Not having a clear vision. I'm almost seeing this group number 4 as, for those of you watching, obviously, like taking the back seat in the relationship, or feeling like you get to relax and you don't have to be in charge, or you don't have to be the one making the decisions, or you don't have to be the one driving the ship. I'm not seeing this as indecisiveness. I'm seeing this as leisure. I'm seeing this as, again, I don't know if any of you guys relate to this, but for me personally, I am very self-sufficient, I'm very independent, and I have been for the majority of my life. In my current relationship, I love being with my partner because I genuinely feel like I can turn my brain off when I'm with him. I feel like when I go, especially at the airport, at the grocery store, out in heavily crowded areas, It's not that I literally am useless or I literally turn my brain off, but it feels nice because I'm like, he has this under control. I'm fine. I don't need to worry. I don't need to stress because I know that he is fully capable of handling the situation that we are in. So I'm kind of reading the Two of Swords like that. Not indecisiveness, but like I kind of get to be in this in between space where I don't have to make any decisions or I don't have to feel the pressure of making decisions because I can lean on this other person when I don't want to do it. So, with that being said, I hope I described that correctly. The devil, again, you guys, this is a very intense connection, and it's oftentimes a connection that we have a hard time letting go of. That is not always a bad thing, especially when we're talking about romantic relationships. What is Yeah, this is a successful relationship, guys. I think perhaps the things in this relationship that other people would see as toxic or things that you and this other person like or enjoy, right? And I don't know. I personally feel like to each their own, right? What is exciting or what makes you feel fulfilled may be very different than what makes me feel fulfilled or what makes me happy in a relationship. So I do think it's important to keep that in mind, that like it's okay for you to want certain things. It's okay for you to desire a particular type of partner, even if society goes like, no, that's bad. It's like, is it bad if it makes me happy and if it makes them happy? There is no one size fits all in relationship dynamics, you guys. So this devil, again, doesn't necessarily need to be something toxic or dangerous. It could just simply be representing the intensity and the spice that is within this relationship. The Six of Wands is quite frankly just saying like, this is successful. This is a successful relationship. So your dynamic works for you guys, okay? You may be surprised at how protective your future partner, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend is going to be over you. The Four of Cups, I'm so sorry, the Four of Pentacles talks about protection. It talks about preserving yourself and your resources and what is important to you. And I'm reading this as protectiveness, like a partner that is very protective of you, or a partner who is very, this is showing up in a way where it's like, I want to take care of you. I want to give you gifts and I want to make you feel safe. I want to make you feel secure. I want to make you feel like, I want you to know that I have you. I want you to know that like I'm here and no matter what, like I have your back. That's what this is feeling like to me. It feels like you are safe and protected with me. We also have the Two of Wands. So again, I do feel like for a lot of you, there's this sense of I don't have to think too hard about this or about that because this other person has a plan, this other person has a vision, and you guys may collaborate, right, together on your life as a whole and the vision you guys have as a whole. It's not like you can't speak up for yourself. It's not like you can't make decisions within the relationship. But I do believe that your future partner is going to be somebody with a plan. It's going to be somebody with a vision, and you guys collaborate on that vision. With that, I think we should get one more. Can I please get... We have the Fool and we have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands talks about burdens. It talks about responsibilities. I, again, am seeing this as this other person wanting to take on the responsibilities, wanting to take on the majority of the burdens. And the reason I'm feeling this way, you guys, is right, like what is going to surprise you about this relationship? I think you are going to be surprised at the intensity, the spice, the happiness, the dynamic, and how it's perhaps non-conventional, but it works for you guys. This other person wants to carry the load, or they want to carry the responsibilities. They want the weight on their back. The Fool is talking about going on new adventures and being excited or optimistic, open to the future. I do believe that within this relationship dynamic, you both are experiencing a new chapter in life. You both are experiencing a new world with each other. Not to, quote Aladdin or anything, but it does feel like a whole new world through this relationship. Can I have a message? We have Mercury retrograde, reinvention. Again, you guys, I really do believe that this is representing a whole new world, like reinventing our lives, reinventing ourselves. I don't think this is a relationship dynamic that you guys have experienced before, and in experiencing it, you're like, oh, I could never go back. I could never date this type of person again, or I could never date that type of person again. It's this or nothing. We have Pisces, I believe. Whenever Pisces shows up in a romantic reading, I do see this as like we see each other in a very dreamy way, or we have rose-colored glasses on when we look at each other, when we perceive each other. There's also this like spiritual element that comes up with Pisces that's very beautiful and intangible, right? So I do love seeing that here. You guys are going to have a lot of fun with this person. You guys are going to have so much fun. You guys are going to continue to date each other. You guys are going to continue to be very romantic and loving with each other, which may be surprising for you, especially after a certain period of time. I also see this potentially as like wanting to build a family, because the fifth house does talk about passion. It does talk about children as well. Can I please get a message for group? I love that the earth is here. This is persistence, patience, and practicality. So you will be surprised at the practical aspects of this relationship. You will be surprised at how patient your partner is, how persistent they are. I do love when the earth shows up in a love reading, because that does bring us back down to earth. And I think that this relationship needs some stability, or needs something to ground it, based on the fact that we do have the devil here. He is so intense. He is, again, very spicy. So having him show up, I feel more confident when we see things like Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, earth energy. Then we have Scorpio, a lot of water signs here as well. I do find that oftentimes water and earth signs mesh very well indeed. So, the devil is represented by Capricorn energy, but I do feel like a lot of people assign Scorpio as this like little demon. So the fact that we have Scorpio here, and I was describing the devil as intense. This is intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. Again, I do believe this relationship, you will experience a renewal. You will experience some type of reinvention. And again, the intensity is very abundant here. We have Venus. This is very soft and lovely. This says, give and receive love, find value, see beauty. I think that you guys are seeing each other, the way that you and this partner perceive each other is through rose-colored glasses. And I think that those rose-colored glasses are very permanent. And I think this is a good thing, guys. I think this is a good thing. You see the best in them. To you, this person is perfect. To you, you wouldn't change anything about them. And I do feel, for the most part, like those feelings are going to be consistent. Yes, I'm sure they'll get on your nerves sometimes. Yes, I'm sure that, right, there will be some back and forth at times, but like the baseline, it feels very like, oh, I love you. You're so good at this. I love it when you do that. You're so amazing with this. It feels very lovey-dovey, intense. I'm not surprised we have Mars here. It says move forward and defend self. Mars brings an energy of intensity as well, right? This is war. This is aggression. This is passion. This is adult energy, sensuality, intimacy, things like that. So when I see Mars here, I do, again, and it's connected to Scorpio as well. It does give an intensity to the reading, specifically when it comes to how serious you guys are about each other. This feels to me like an unbreakable bond. It feels like if you and this person were to ever separate, there would still be this feeling of like, you have a part of me and I have a part of you. Like, it doesn't feel like we're ever really able to shake this connection. Which I think for the vast majority of you is a positive thing, because I do think for the vast majority of you, this person feels more so permanent than not. Okay. What is group number? Creativity. So perhaps you will be surprised at how creative you and this other person are together, or how inspired you feel with this other person. Again, I do think that this person wants to take on a lot of heavy lifting in the relationship. And I think specifically for those of you who are female, that does open you up to being able to be more creative, to be a little bit more free flowing with your creativity. So that could be something that's very beneficial for you guys. And I'm not surprised that soulmates is here. People don't like to acknowledge this. I feel like when you read tarot, there is this understanding, right? That the lovers, those are soulmates. But the reality is the devil is representing soulmates too. It's just soulmates that it's a little bit darker, it's a little bit grungier, it can be a little bit more volatile at times, right? But regardless, these are two people who are attached to the devil, that are attached. There's a soul bind here, a soul bond. So seeing soulmates is not at all surprising to me that you two are perceiving each other as soulmates. Okay, I haven't pulled from this deck today, and I want to pull for it for you guys for the last deck. What is going to be surprising for group? We have death. Automatically, this is until death do us part. Like, what separates us is death. What separates us is closing this life out. This person's always going to be in your life, group 4. I feel confident about that. In one way or another, this person's always going to be in your life. There's always going to be love here between you and this person. We have a journey, adventure, exploration, judgment again, or the judge. Wouldn't be surprised if this was an earth sign, you guys. And we have a foreign woman. So for some of you, you may be surprised that this person comes from such a different background or a different family dynamic than yourself. That could mean that they come from a different country. That could also mean that the way you guys grew up economically was just so vastly different. In my opinion, I personally believe that what separates us the most from each other is less about our melanin pigmentation and more about how we were raised, or again, like our economic standpoints, at least growing up. So I think that this is significant, but I think that this could be beyond just, again, coming from different backgrounds as far as culture and countries and things like that. So with that, we are going to go ahead and pull a little bit from our satchel. Can I please get a message for group number 4? What is going to surprise them about their... Oh, sorry guys. That was an accident. Oh, okay. I'm done. You are the most important person to me. Not surprised by that. Literally in the slightest. I feel confident that your next partner, you are who is most important to them. Like, there's nobody else that comes before you. We have rough around the edges. Not, again, we do have the devil here, guys. Keep that in mind. Wouldn't be surprised if, like, this person is really soft and lovely with you. But other people may not get that version of them. We have light hair. We have a golden retriever, which, again, rough around the edges, sweet, gentle, and loving on the inside. We have loving, trusting, and happy. We have brown eyes. We have a deep voice. You like them for their personality. A lot of these came out in the other piles. I find that very interesting. I don't feel like that typically happens. We have rosy cheeks. Someone you know is going to introduce you. In your country, again, if this person is from your country, you guys, I would assume that you guys come from different backgrounds, or you grew up in different economical situations. We have Gemini. You're the most beautiful soul. We have big feet. We have 20. We have a baby face. Forced proximity. Hooded eyes. I want to get a few more because I do feel like a lot of that also came from the other piles. Okay. Uniquely attractive. Tall, dark, and handsome. Short in height. There may be a significant height difference between the two of you. I don't know who's taller or who's shorter, but there may be a significant height difference between the two of you. We have dark eyes. No request is too big, which just means that, again, this person would do anything for you. Going back to that 10 of Wands, I do believe that they will be the ones carrying a lot of responsibility, a lot of weight, and they want to do that. It's not like, oh, I have to do this or I'm obligated to do this. It feels like it makes them happy to make you happy. It makes them happy to make you comfortable. We have 20 minutes away. We have elegant. I want to marry you. I wouldn't be surprised for many of you if they do. And we have cheekbones. So maybe you're surprised by their beautiful brown eyes and their prominent cheekbones. Okay, group number 4. That is everything I have for you guys, group 4. Thank you guys so much for letting me do this reading for you. I really do appreciate it. I hope that this message was helpful. I am sending you guys oodles and boodles of love. Please do enjoy the rest of your day. And that is all I've got. So, bye.